Hello, it's your Gaima mathematics teacher once again. Today I'm going to discuss the three different categories of mathematics teacher that you must have encountered or that you are going to encounter. Now, the type of teacher you encounter has a lot to do with your perception of mathematics. Unfortunately, we encountered a lot of less productive kind of mathematics teacher in the past. Now let me go straight to the point. Someone will ask, why is it that an average mathematics teacher is a Kolo-Mental? That is in Nigeria parlance. Well, mathematics teachers are not necessarily Kolo-Mental. You see a mathematics teacher as being Kolo-Mental not because he is, but because of the category in which he falls. I tell you one after the other. The best kind of mathematics teacher is the one who has passion for disseminating knowledge. He goes all out to ensure that what he teaches is understood. And when it is not understood, he sees it as being very painful. Now, he does it with all his passion. That is the best kind of mathematics teacher. And I tell you what, he has 2 or 3 attributes. First, he's compassionate. Secondly, he's humane. And thirdly, he's trained, well seasoned. He put into use every knowledge that has been inculcated in him in the course of being trained to teach. That is why you will hear a mathematics teacher say, if you meet me anywhere on the road and you have a mathematical problem, accost me and ask. Those are the kind of mathematics teachers that we need. Unfortunately, the Nigeria situation has created 2 other categories of mathematics teachers. One of the 2 other categories is the group that was made to believe that they do not necessarily have to teach, even if they study mathematics education in the school. Now, they went through the process of training with the mindset that they are not going to teach, only for Nigeria to happen to them. After 4, 5, 6 years of graduation, they eventually accepted, or they began to look for offer to teach, and eventually got one. And they are now teaching grudgingly, venting their frustration on their candidates. And you hear such saying to students that whether you do well or otherwise, my salary will be completed. That is what I consider the most insensitive and unprofessional statement that any teacher whatsoever could make. But these people don't give a hoot, so to speak. They tell it to your face that whether you do well or not, my salary will be complete. Now, that is Nigeria happening to a supposedly trained mathematics teacher who did not intend to teach, but has found himself or herself coming to teach. You don't expect the best from him. The second category, thoughts were trained in either physics or economics or even mathematics sciences. So ordinarily, they were not trained to teach, because beyond being a mathematics graduate, you need the skills to transmit it to learners. And that is what is lagging in this second category. Now, you know that there's a lot of stuff in the educational system of Nigeria. Because someone is a graduate of mathematics, he can easily be absorbed in any school, most likely not a government school, to teach mathematics. Now, this person lacks the wherewithal to communicate mathematics. Like the previous objectives of mathematics I mentioned in the previous video, these people are not aware whatsoever. So you don't expect them to communicate it to you in a manner that seems applicable to real life situation. At the end of the day, you have people displaying dexterity just to feel cool, but they do not have anything to do with whether you understand it or not. At best, they demonstrate to you that this thing is simple. They demonstrate to you that they can do it. How to communicate it to you to understand, they don't know. They find it funny when you seem not to understand. That is because they do not have the psychological, philosophical, or other academic training that will enable them to empathize with you when you seem not to understand. So, these are the three categories of mathematics teachers. And you find out that these persons would often than not exhibit some element of Kolo-mentality, to the point that people believe that mathematics teachers are Kolo-mental. They are not. So it is because of the situation in which they find themselves. This is what I have come to let you know today, so that you know how to relate with them anytime you come across one that exhibits any of the traits that I've illustrated. Follow me and you can be sure of how to approach mathematical problems without with little or no need for too much stress. Watch out.